Hello class, welcome. Today we will read class 8th English grammar chapter 2nd classifications of nouns, pronouns, adjectives and adverbs review. Because we have read these topics earlier, so this is a review class. So I hope that you have known these topics properly. So we will only discuss in brief here. So start the chapter first from nouns. Nouns can be divided into four groups here, and you have known that any name is known as noun. All the names are noun. So first start with common nouns. Names given in common to all people, places, and things of the same kind. Boy, teacher, city, river, month. All these are common names, not particular. Second one, proper nouns. Names of particular people, places, or thing. Suppose that boy. In common nouns, you have seen boy. Here you are getting Suresh. Suresh is a particular name of a person. Mr. Brown is the name of a person, particular name, not a common name. Allahabad is the name of city. Ganga is the name of river. And month word is common in common noun, and here in proper noun the word is given October. So October is here proper noun. Understood? Next one is abstract nouns. Abstract nouns means that the names given to feelings, ideas, qualities, state, conditions. So, love, anger, beauty, wisdom, kindness, poverty, happiness. So, feelings which we can feel, can't see or touch. In abstract noun means it denotes feelings, emotions, ideas, or qualities which we can only feel, not see or touch. We can't see love, anger, beauty, wisdom, kindness, poverty is a state. So we can only feel, not see or touch. Collective nouns. Collective noun represents collection of things, names of groups of people. Suppose that crowd, team, flock, bunch, fleet, bunch of flowers, a team of players. So these words indicate a group. Collective noun represents groups, collections of things. And as you know that countable nouns means which we can count, names of things which can be counted. And what is uncountable nouns? Uncountable nouns means names of things which can't be counted. Suppose that we can't count materials, milk, sugar, rice, gold, freedom, and happiness. And freedom and happiness are here abstract noun. So we can say that the abstract noun and material noun will come in the category of uncountable nouns. So we will start the next topic, pronouns. Pronoun is a word that is used in place of noun. So come here. Personal pronouns. So I, you, he, we, they, me, him, us. These are known as personal pronouns, and they will be used as a subject and as an object in a sentence. Second one is possessive pronouns. Possessive pronouns means that will show possession. This pen is mine. This pen is hers. This pen is ours. This pen is yours. So, possessive pronouns will be used for possession. Reflexive pronouns myself, yourself, himself, herself, ourselves, yourselves, themselves. These are known as reflexive pronouns. In reflexive pronouns, the actions that are done by the subject turns back upon the subject. I cut my finger myself. So here you are getting the impact of cutting the finger will turns back upon the subject I. Next one is demonstrative pronouns. Demonstrative pronouns used to point out somebody or something. Suppose that this, that, these, those. You can get here, this is my pen. After this you are getting helping verb. That was her pen. These are pens. Those are mischievous. So after that you are getting, after these words you are getting verbs. So these are known as demonstrative pronouns. Interrogative pronouns, very simple, used in asking questions. What, which, who, whom, whose. All the WH words will come in interrogative pronouns, and after that verbs will come. What is your name? Which is your pen? Who are you? After that you are getting helping verbs. Relative pronouns, used to introduce classes in. This is the boy who helped me. So relative pronouns stops repetition of noun in a sentence which comes before in a sentence, and it also includes the sentence. Suppose that you are getting, this is the boy who helped me. This is the boy, and once again boy, the boy word is not repeated, so it stops repetition of the same noun which has come in a sentence earlier. Pronouns of quantity and number: many, much, some, few, all, both, each, either, neither. These are used as pronouns of quantity. Many books, much rice, some boys, few boys, all of you. So many of you, much of the rice. So in this way these are used as a pronouns, and you must keep in the mind that after these words nouns must not come, otherwise it will be counted as an adjective, not as a pronoun. So come on the next topic, adjectives. These are mainly 5 kinds of adjectives. First is given here, adjectives of quality. You can say it descriptive adjectives. They show the quality of a person or thing: a kind person, a large city, an honest man, dirty clothes. In these examples you are getting kind word has come before noun. Large city, large word has come before noun, and it tells about the quality. Honest man tells about the quality of a man. Demonstrative adjectives, we have read demonstrative pronouns, and we are reading demonstrative adjectives, so we can understand it properly. this book, these pencils, that man, those houses. So, in these examples, you are getting that after these words, nouns are coming: book, pencils, man, houses. All these words are nouns. So, after, so it means that after adjectives, nouns will come. Possessive adjectives. You have read possessive pronouns. Here you are reading possessive adjectives. So my, your, his, her, are, their, these are known as possessive adjectives. And as I have told you that after adjectives, nouns must come. My pen, your pen, his pen, her pen, our pens, their pens. Interrogative adjectives. So which, what, whose, these are used as interrogative adjectives when nouns will come after them. Suppose that which pen is yours. After the word which, you are getting pen. Pen is what? Noun. So you can understand that after any adjective, noun will come. Here you are getting, last one is here, adjectives of quantity and number. They include all the numerals 1, 2, second, fifth, and also many words like all, both, some, many, much, few, each, every, etc. Here you are getting 6 apples, all men, some books, every player. So after all these words, you are getting nouns. Understood? So in adjective, after adjective, noun must come. Come on, adverbs. What is adverb? An adverb is the word which modifies or adds to the meaning of a verb. Sometimes an adverb modifies an adjective or another adverb. It means that adverb increases the meaning of verb, adverb, and adjectives. Look at the examples. She types quickly. Quickly is also adverb, but types how? Quickly means modifying the verb types. You are quite right. Here you are getting adjective right, and the word quite is adverb which modifies the adjective right. He spoke very well modifies the verb. He spoke very well. Here you are getting the well word is adverb, and it is modified by the word very. Very is also adverb. So you have understood that what is the work of adverb? To modify the meaning of verb, adverb, and adjective. The commonest types of adverbs are adverbs of manner. These answer the question how. So how can you know that? The sentence represents adverbs of manner: quickly, angrily, carefully, fast, well. He writes fast. Writes how? Fast. After putting question after verb, you can get, after putting question after the verb, if you are using the word how, you can get adverbs of manner. He speaks angrily. Speaks how? Angrily. Adverbs of place: here, there, near, everywhere. He lives here. Lives where? Here. He goes there. Goes where? There. After verb, if you will use the word where, you can get adverbs of place. Adverbs of time, they answer the question when, now, then, today, yesterday, soon. I will come soon. Come when? Soon. He came yesterday. Came when? Yesterday. I will meet you today. Meet when? Today. So after verb, you will put when and then you will get adverb of time. Adverbs of frequency, they answer the question how often. Suppose that he came here twice. Came how often? Twice. Adverbs of manner means it shows that how often or how frequently an action is done. It means that how often. We can also say that kitni bar, how many times. In common word we can say it. He often makes mistake. How often? Often. He sometimes comes late in the class. How often? Sometimes. He always comes late in classroom. Comes how often? Always. So it means that it tells us about how often an action is, how often an action is done. 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time, 5 time. Last one is are not a single time. Interrogative adverbs, question words, where, when, why, how. These are known as interrogative adverbs. Where are you? When will you come? Why are you talking? Thank you.